Hi guys, Maikeru here. This is my mining and smithing rework video comparing old versus new, and it's comparing all of the bosses this time. I'm going to be looking at QBD, I'm going to be looking at Vindicta, and I'm going to be looking at Nex. These three bosses have been affected fairly heavily, so we're going to check out their drop tables and get right into this video. I'd say QBD is the boss that has been the most heavily affected by this update. The reason for this is the best drop at QBD used to be the Runite ore, and now it's going to give you Runite stone spirits that are going to be worth 1k each instead of 12k each. That's a hell of a lot of money loss. Not only that, you do get a lot of rare drop table of ores, which also will be converted to spirits. And you get Addy ore and coal drops, which also won't be worth anything at all. So a lot of the decent drops from QBD are now made not so good. But we're going to test out the drop log, we're going to see how much money we can make and compare it to how much we would have made. Okay, so it's still going well, no changes to the drop table here, still good money. Again, decent rewards. I will keep taking these loots any day. That's the feels bad man moment. 30 Runite ore has given us 30 Runite stone spirits. I'm not sure how much they actually are. This price check's going to be inaccurate. We'll see when we sell it. Another one that feels bad, the adamantite stone spirits and coal stone spirits. I know coal stone spirits don't even sell for 1 GP each, but we're going to have to see the price of adamantite. Woo! More adamantite stone spirits! I don't know whether to be happy or sad about that. Like, Dragon Bone upgrade kits, yeah, whatever. So that's still a good drop to look out for. Onyx bolt tips. It looks so bad. No. You know what I'm not enjoying? I'm not enjoying the QBD drops whenever it gives me stone spirits. Not like this. That would have been 49 Runite ore. The rare drop table would have been so good if that was 49 Runite ore. But instead, I get 49 rune stone spirits and 49 T-plates. That actually feels bad. Hey, look at that rare drop table of 3 Runite ore and 1,000 coal. Yay! So how much would this have been? 4 mil in normal drops. Then we would have 172 Runite ore, which is about 1.9 mil. That would take it to 5.9 mil. This would then take it to 6 mil with the Addy. Then the coal would add, you know, like 150, 200k. So that would take it to about 6.2 mil. But instead of 6.2 mil, we're left with 4 mil and these stone spirits. So the stone spirits alone took away 2.2 mil from the price check. That is a lot. Like, that is a lot of money gone. 6.2 mil down to 4 mil. Kinda harsh, kinda harsh. But let's see how much these stone spirits actually sell for, right? Okay, the rune stone spirits still sell for 1k each. And then the Addy and the Biff sell for 5 and 10. So we can add what? We can add 172k onto that. So it'd be 4.2 mil instead of 6.2 mil. So we lost 2 mil from the rework. That is 33%. That is a third. That feels bad. That actually feels bad. When it comes to Vindicta, the things that have been replaced are the rune kite shields for rune salvage, which should work perfectly fine. This is going to be just as good because the salvage will out for 32k, and that should work out perfect in adjacent to what the kite shields were worth. The things you're going to lose money on are the coal drops, which are going to be replaced with coal spirits, which are literally not selling for 1 GP each. And the Runite bar and Runite ore drops, which used to both be over 100k, they're now going to be like 10k drops. Those will probably lose us quite a lot of money, so we're going to test that out. Straight away, dude, we got the coals Saren. Oh no, 544. Oh, what the hell? What is this? 554 coal spirits. What is this? Okay, this is not a good start to Vindicta. Rune stone spirit times 10. This is not a good start. I kind of just want to stop at this point. That's back to back to back stone spirits. That moment when magic logs is a good drop. Oh, more rune stone spirits. This is again like a joke at this point. What the hell? No, it gets worse. Look at that dormant animal helm. I didn't think it could get worse, but it can. So it used 1 spring from the spring cleaner and it out 12 large plated salvages as notes and gave me 384k. So that right there is a good drop. And that is the type of the thing from the update that is absolutely amazing. The fact that it only costs 1 spring to out so many items. Same applies with spiritual warriors. It costs 1 spring and it outs the noted of 2. But now it's out 12 and that's given me over 380k profit from that one drop. That one's good. Woo! Runestone spirits, boys. Let's go, go, go. Easy game. Yeah. Oh, ho, Runestone spirit. No way this is happening. Seriously. This is just dumb. This is just dumb. Like, this must be bugged, or I'm just getting so screwed over with these drops. Seriously. I'm literally gonna, like, leave this boss in a sec. Right, we finally got a drop that was okay. We got Dragon Bones, 183 of them. That's a decent drop. Okay, thank you. Coldstone Spirit. Coldstone Spirit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, that's our second Dormant Anima Core helm this hour. The Dormant Anima Core curse continues at least. All the other drops have changed, but at least God Wars Dungeon 2 still gives me Dormant Anima Core. Thank you. What we got from that hour at Vindicta was 2.8 mil. That wasn't the worst hour in the world. It was okay, but if we can compare it to what we would have got. So if we compare it to how much these are actually worth, they're worth 1k each. So that would take it to nearly 2.9 mil. So we got 2.9 mil, but it would have been 12k each for these, nearly, and 150 each for these, nearly. So we can safely say, you know, we would have got about a mil more. That would have took it to 3.9 instead of 2.9. And I was typically usually getting, you know, 3.5 to 4 mil GP an hour. So that was the old rate. So that sticks to what the old rates would have been. They would have been around 3.9 mil. But instead, we got 2.9 mil. So we lost a whole mil from that Vindicta hour since the update. They need to fix these, please. These stone spirits aren't great. When it comes to Nex shouldn't be as heavily affected as the other two bosses because it doesn't rely on the basic drops just as much as those. Like QED only relies on basic drops. Vindicta relies heavily on basic drops unless you get lucky with a big ticket item. Nex, however, has a very low drop rate of items and drops Onyx bolts quite consistently. Because of this, you go to Nex and you don't think, hey, I really want a Runite ore drop, or I really want a cold drop. You're like, I want an actual drop or Onyx bolts, right? The Runite ore would add up over time, don't get me wrong. That's a 900k now changed into an 80k drop. That's a hell of a lot of loss. But I don't think it's going to impact the GP an hour as much at Nex because you get over 10 mil an hour at Nex fairly consistently. And because of that, if you lose a mil in an hour, it's not going to impact you just as heavily percentage-wise. Anyway, we're going to test out Nex and see what it's like. Hey, that's a good first drop. Onyx bolts, come here. 3 mil, already worth it. Hey guys, it doesn't even matter about anything when it comes to the stone spirits. Toadstool seeds is still the worst drop. What would a next trip be without brews and restores, you know? Without brews and restores, is it really Nex? That's the question. Back-to-back brews? Don't mind if I do. More toadstool seeds, more disappointment. Great, great, great. Nice, Pernix cow. It's like 3 mil, but it's something. It's something. Good, good, good. I think I actually needed the verse book for the title. That's our second drop this hour. Let's have a look. No, I didn't need it, and I didn't need the Pernix cow either. That was our 5th one. So we're still stuck at 15 out of 21. There it is. It's even got a loot beam because apparently these stone spirits are 400k, but they definitely aren't. All right, then we got a loot beam. 11.1 mil, and I got like 2 of the worst drops at Nex. If I just got 1 good drop, that would be way more as well. I did get Onyx bolts, but you expect to get maybe like 1 Onyx bolt drop an hour because you get like 13 kills an hour solo quite consistently, if not more. I was doing it with a yak and doing it pretty slowly, and I got 13, so you could probably get more kills than that. A normal drop is like a 1 in 20, a 1 in 21. I can't remember fully, but it's something around there. So every 2 hours, you're going to get a big drop, hopefully. I just feel like if you got a Runite ore drop alongside all of this, or if you got a cold drop or 2 alongside all of this, you're not going to feel that bad, right? Whereas because QBD relies so much on it, it's so much more impactful. So before this rework, we would have made probably about 11.5 mil. Now we've made 11.2 mil because we've only had 1 cold drop. But say one of these was like Rune or something, we would have made 10 mil instead of the 11.5 mil. which still would have been fine. I did a second hour at Next, and it wasn't quite as fruitful as the first hour. I did get some Onyx bolts, but that was the only good drop. The rest were like the basic, quite low drops. I got 14 kills this hour, which was one more kill than last hour. But when we look at the Runite ore and the 2 cold drops that we got, that would have added to the price check, right? We would have had an extra about 1.5 mil on the price check from the Rune Stone Spirits and the coal. The coal is pretty much worthless, whereas the Rune Stone Spirits are 1k each. So this would have been about 6.1 mil. But before the rework, this would have been 7.5 mil. So we lost a little bit of money here. But again, it's not the worst in the world in my opinion. Because all you're looking for at Next are those big drops. So it doesn't feel quite as bad. It feels much worse at Vindicta and QBD for sure. One thing I do want to comment on before everyone in the comment section just starts reeing and saying money making method ruined, they've killed bossing, blah blah blah. I focused on the bosses that were very reliant on those type of drops, so it is very impactful at these bosses compared to some others. Some other bosses are still very good. With that being said, Jagex Breezy has replied on Reddit and acknowledges this being an issue. He said, we're going to wait for things to balance out first before making more adjustments to drop tables with stone spirits. In due time though, we will tend to them. Don't worry, we won't forget them. Then he edited it just to clarify, before people ask, we're doing this to allow the community to dictate the balance and value of the items first, then readjust drop tables accordingly, rather than us just trying to balance it pre-release and artificially influencing the economy. This makes complete sense to me, and as you can see here, they are going to change the tables in due time, and they're going to look into things and balance things accordingly. So bossing isn't dead, it may just be a little bit less profitable for the next couple of weeks. But at least there was notification on Reddit from Mod Breezies showing that they are listening and they are going to change it. Hope you did enjoy this video. Do give it a like if you did enjoy. And until next time, see ya.